Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and we're back with another tool haul today. So my buddy Elliot, who sells at the Elephant's Trunk Flea Market, he let me know that he just picked up an entire toolbox, actually 2 toolboxes full of tools. And, of course he's reselling, he's flipping this stuff, but he invited me to come do a private pick to see what I want from inside the boxes. So everything on the table here is everything that me and Nick picked out. So let's take a look and see what we got. First up, we have 2 snap-on 15-piece wrench holders. So they're pretty dirty, but they look like they're going to work just fine for me. So, I figured this was probably, $1 a piece or maybe $2 a piece. That sounds like a good deal. So do a little bit of cleaning. They should do just fine. Next up, we have a whole assortment here of snap-on metric combination wrenches. So we have a 7, a 9, a 10, an 11, 12, 2 13s, a 14 6-point, 15 the long wrench, 16, 17 long, 17 6-point, 18 long, 18 stubby, and a 19 6-point. No complete sets or anything, but I got a pretty good deal on these. I think he was doing $10 a wrench, but in the end, with all the bundling, maybe it came down a little bit, maybe around $7, $8 a wrench. Continuing on with snap-on stuff, we have a 10-inch snap-on breaker bar for 3/8 drive. We have 2 tappet wrenches, a 12 by 14 and a 1/2 inch by 9/16. We got 2 metric double box, 12 by 14 and 17 by 19. Stubby double box SAE 9/16 by 5/8. We got a 1/2 inch Saltus style wrench and a 7/16 stubby. To fill out the rest of the snap-on, I bought all of the snap-on sockets that he had. No complete sets or anything. I mean, these 2 cases are showing that we're missing about 4 pieces in each set. But really, this was just bulk buying for to fill out sets and stuff we got around the shop, and then the rest will go on the eBay store. But I got both of these. This is a 12-point metric impact. These are stubby 6 points for 3/8 drive, and then this is all just miscellaneous. There's a couple damaged sockets in here, like this one's broken, but I just grabbed everything real quick because I knew it was going to be pretty cheap. This is pretty cool. It's a 5/8 spark plug socket with a double flex joint in it, black oxide. Might be an impact model. It doesn't say do not impact, so I guess that's probably an impact model. There's some impact, some chrome stuff. We have 2 more spark plug flex sockets here, the 13/16 and then the extension combo for 5/8. So those are definitely useful. Oh, you got even, I think these are 2 more. Yep, 2 more spark plug sockets, both 5/8 with the flex. Definitely some good stuff. I think we ended up doing about $5 a socket, but like I said, with the bundle, maybe that came down to about $4 a socket. Nick found this Boss V-Plow controller. Now, if you ever do snow plowing and you need to buy a replacement controller, these things are stupid expensive. It's just a simple controller, but they charge an arm and a leg for them. So that was a nice little cheap find there. Up here, I've got a whole Craftsman station going on. I basically grabbed anything Craftsman USA other than chrome sockets because I got those things stuffed away everywhere. I got a problem. But this is an auto style wrench with the Craftsman double line here, probably about an 11-inch, and it works, so I thought that was cool. All the Craftsman stuff other than the ratchets was $1 a piece, so definitely some good deals. We got all these different wrenches, double box, double open, line wrench, this speed 14 by 15 speed wrench. Got this old tappet wrench, got this flex ratcheting wrench here. Got a 1 Craftsman impact socket, 2 Craftsman extensions here, 1/4 inch flex, and an old V-Series one here, 3-inch. Then I got all of these ratchets. So there's 6 ratchets, 3 1/2-inch drive. We have the early 50s, the box head, pair head style without the indentation. So this is the earlier model. I haven't had that one before, so I thought that was pretty cool to find. We got a round head fine tooth. We have an old BE series Craftsman underline logo. And my favorite part with these is when I actually get them home and they actually work, because, you know, for a ratchet that's coming up on 100 years old, that's pretty impressive. It definitely needs some lubrication, and you kind of have to wiggle the switch a little bit, but if I open that up, clean that out, that should be a good one. Got 3 3/8 drive ratchets, all USA made. Got this little Craftsman BE series, old 1/4-inch drive breaker bar. Craftsman little 6.5-inch lineman's pliers, Western Forge. And then to top it all off, I found this little gem. So you got the Craftsman logo here. This thing is probably out of the 1940s. Nice little, you know, brown color, salmon brown kind of color metal tin. And inside we have an old torch kit. Of course, there's a newer propane thing in here, but we have a striker. We have a torch nozzle that reads Sears Roebuck & Co. And some other stuff in here, plus even some old Craftsman literature in the bottom, some kind of advertising piece down here. So Sears Roebuck & Co. and Simpson Sears Limited. And then we have the Crown logo, how to operate the Craftsman and Dunlap propane torches. So definitely cool to find all that, the original case and everything. I just thought that was pretty cool. So I think it was only $5 or so. Then I found this Heli-Coil kit. This is the Master Thread Repair Kit, part number 5522. Heli-Coil stuff is just so expensive, so whenever I can come across these kits, even if they're incomplete, we're missing one of the installation tools, we're missing one of the taps. This kit does not include the drill bits, but that's fine, you can use your own drill bits, and it still has some of the replacement coils in there, but definitely a steal for about $5 or $10. In the middle here, we have a whole pile of Blue Point. Since I was buying all the Snap-on stuff, he told me he'd give me a really good price on the Blue Points. These are probably about $1 a piece, maybe $2 a piece. Coolest ones here are these really old, small little ignition wrenches with that old logo. Most of the chrome stuff is just, you know, modern, you know, within the last 20 years or so. 2 little impacts, some Torx and some Allen stuff, a little extension here. I'm going to swing back down to the bottom and we'll take a look at some of the other brands that we found. Got this Mac Tools. It's a MRR6PA. It's a 1/4-inch ratchet. You can't even hear it, but it's a nice, quiet, round tooth, fine tooth. I don't see anywhere on here any USA marking, so I'm going to assume this is a foreign-made model. We have an old Mac C10 wrench, 13mm combination, 14mm combination, 2 Mac impact sockets, little 2-inch extension for 1/4-inch drive, an 8mm combination Matco. That was the only Matco piece I found. Found 2 pieces of Cornwell, 17 and 19 stubby, 12 points. A couple pieces of SK, 19mm combination, 11/16 combination, 10mm combination. Little 1 to 1.5 inch SK Wayne 3/8 extension, SK Phillips number 2 green hard handle, some of my favorite SK screwdrivers. Got 2 pieces of Bonney. These are both Bonney B Shield, by the way. This is a Bonney Stilson. There's the B Shield. It's a 10-inch pipe wrench, and this thing is pretty nice. Wood handle is very clean, no splits or cracks. I don't see any major issues with this wrench. It definitely was used, but it operates as it should. Jaws are okay. You know, they've been used just a little bit, but they're not all mangled up. Thought that was pretty sweet. And then here's the other Bonney B shield. This is tappet wrench, model 402, and it's 1/2 inch on each side. Got 3 pieces of Crescent today, 6-inch Crescent Crestalloy adjustable, 10-inch Crescent, another Crestalloy, black oxide, and Crescent end nippers. It's pretty dirty on this one, but when you look at the actual nippers, they looked pretty nice. So I thought that was a good find. Got 3 pieces of Starrett. We got 2 Starrett pin punches, one long, one short. Got a Starrett punch, the what do you call it, the spring punch? Spring punch. So that's a nice one with the box. Then I got this pair of Mitutoyo digital calipers. Now this I asked him and I said, how much do you want for this? And he said, I have no idea if it works, so take it for $1. I came home, I replaced the battery, and it works. Actually works really nice. So I was pretty happy with that for $1. We use digital calipers in the shop all the time. I actually like the color of this one, so this will be our 3rd Mitutoyo digital caliper. This one goes to thousandths. Our other 2 here in the shop go to 10,000ths. Little perfect handle screwdriver. This is the number 3. Also in pretty decent shape. Scales are nice, everything's nice and tight. It's not bent. I like it. 2 pieces of Herbrand, little Herbrand tappet wrench, Herbrand little brake adjuster wrench. I got 2 pieces of Kentmore tools. Kentmore made specialty tools for the automotive industry. So this is a door hinge obstruction wrench. So you've got a box, double box socket style here, and same thing over here. The sizes aren't on here, but it looks to be maybe 1/2 inch. Definitely pretty cool. Nice S-style wrench. You don't see this kind of stuff too often. And then here's another Kentmore. This one's just got the KM logo. Obviously an open-end wrench. You got this steel plate welded here. Definitely for, you know, whatever this is for. Definitely getting in somewhere awkward, and that's probably got something to do with it. So thought that was cool as well. We got 2 Williams double box wrenches, little 1/2 inch by 7/16 and a 1 inch by 15/16. 1 piece of Proto today, 3/8 combination. 1 piece of Plum, the half moon wrench, 5/8 by 9/16. 1 New Britain. Thought that was a pretty cool looking wrench. There was a couple New Britain sockets, but I passed on them. I just wanted this little wrench. I thought that was a nice little logo. Number 2017 Billings & Spencer S wrench. It's a nice one. An old pair of slip joint pliers here. We got the little logo here, the circle, MH, and then a 6. So I believe that makes this a 6-inch McCaig and Hatch pliers. I could be wrong. There's a 5 on this side, but also the MH circle logo. I believe that's McCaig and Hatch. But if I'm wrong, you can let me know. Fuller, Japan. These look like they would clean up pretty nice. So I pick up Fuller stuff. Like, look at those nippers in there. They're barely used. And the grooves in here, pretty nice. So I pick up the Fuller Japan stuff when it, you know, it's $1 and it looks like it's in really nice shape. They did make really nice tools. Crowder Industrial little pliers, cutting pliers. It's a 5-inch, number 4501. Western Auto Stores, 17/32 by 7/16, little tappet. I got a BMW wrench, 12 by 13. This one, definitely another German auto kit wrench, number 252 Durchrom. Vanadium Extra. Can't tell with that logo there. 20 by 22 millimeter. And then the last piece here is an old wood chisel. Looks to be about 1.5 inches, and it's got the metal striking cap, wooden handle, and there was definitely some writing in here, and that's what made me interested. To me, it looks like it says GF Tool Company. It's got a patent of I believe 1909, February 29th, 1909. Definitely an old one, so I'll have to clean that up and take a better look at it, but it's a little bit beat. Definitely seen some use, but these older tools, these older wood chisels are definitely collectible and cool. So that is the total tool haul for today. We paid a total of $500. Like I said, his price on the snap-on wrenches was 10 a piece, snap-on sockets 5 a piece. Pretty much almost everything else on the table was like $1 a piece other than the ratchets and the kits. But at the end of the day, it all kind of just averages out to a couple bucks a piece if you want to look at it that way. There's probably 175 pieces sitting here, so I think we did pretty good. You guys got to let me know what you think your coolest tool of the day is. For me, there's a couple. The Bonney Stilson is pretty awesome. The old school Craftsman ratchet is awesome. The torch kit is pretty awesome, and I do really enjoy the Kentmore stuff. It's just so hard to pick, but I think for me, you know, I can't decide. Nick, do you have a favorite? He wants his plow controller. Alright, well, you guys let me know what you think your favorite find of the day is. That's it for this one, and we'll see you next week with another.